Welcome to my office.
Your standing office in the kitchen.
This is why I want one of those stand-up rolling desks, because like sometimes when I'm working on my eBay listings or writing stuff, or sometimes I put the laptop right here, a stand-up desk would be perfect that rolls around. So one of these days I'm going to find one of those at an estate sale.
You probably
or
will.
a marketplace for sheep. I don't know.
I think I've seen one or two of those in the past.
But I found them on Amazon for $40, but you know.
10 sounds better.
I'm holding out.
Well, not for 10.
And getting rid of this countertop is something I'd like to do, but it does come in handy for these couple of moments. But I can replace it with the desk.
A lot of times I eat my sandwich right here because we'll make our sandwiches for lunch or whatever, and you'll go and sit down in the living room because you like to sit down and eat. And then sometimes I'll eat right here, and I can still see whatever's on TV. But
my dream of remodeling this kitchen a little bit better would be getting rid of this pergola and taking this island to the lower level to make this kitchen look bigger, and so that you could see the beautiful roof. And I mean, this is nice, but I just don't feel like its place is in my kitchen. It's like too much going on stacked on top of each other. So,
and the reason we're sharing this with you is because we would like your opinion.
Yeah,
we would like to know.
Brett says, let's leave it.
Are you for the pergola? I'm going to call it a pergola. I don't know what else to call it. It kind of looks like a tiki bar.
Team Therese and get rid of this pergola and open up this kitchen. So,
or are you Team Brett and the pergola stays so you can have something to hang lights on?
Just say no to the pergola.
Say yes to the pergola.
That is in the future, still working on that. Another thing that's in the future, I know we're over here talking about what we're going to be currently doing, but let me dream a little first. Mm-hmm. So I would like to get rid of these countertops. This one, again, I would take down to this level so it's a lower, big open area. So, I mean, originally, I think the other people did have stools right here, but you walk right in the door right there and bam, I don't see room for stools in a small space like this.
Doors right here. It is a small space.
So I'd like to take it down here. Then I'd like to change these countertops to something. These aren't the worst countertops on the planet by any means, but I would like something a little bit more updated. I'm fine with keeping these cabinets. I like the lighter color of them. If I would do anything with these cabinets, I would get rid of this little top.
And I kind of like the top.
But then again, I might like the top without the pergola, because right now it's kind of smushed on top and you don't really see it. So without the pergola, I would keep the tops. Keep the pergola, get rid of the tops.
I think Jesus likes them.
So I have my little Jesuses all over the house.
She does.
So he is watching.
He is.
But those are some of the updates I would like to do in the future. Like, this is cool. It's a cutting board, but it's not used as a cutting board. It's really outdated, and all this grossness gets caught up in there. So I'd like to update these at some point. But what we're doing today,
do tell.
And we have updated little bits as we've been in here. We've put new blinds. We've put a new faucet.
And you remember we had to block the holes. Yeah. So we did that too.
And right now I'm in a cleaning phase, so everything's all over the place. So we're cleaning the sinks and doing some other stuff. Yeah. And we're
cleaning the coffee pot.
Stuff everywhere. But we have an updated microwave that was already here and an updated dishwasher.
So we're trying to keep the same theme here.
Yeah, to keep the chrome colors.
Right.
But the stove, which still works.
It's dated.
It's a GE. It works. Like the old stuff works, but
it's 27 inches wide, which is not today's standard.
It's hard to do. It's a drop-in, and you also have this piece right here that you're going to have to cut out.
Yep.
And the piece up here that's going to have to be cut out because we did not buy another drop-in.
Right.
Because buying another drop-in at 27 inches, I believe, was about $2,500.
Yeah, it's
no way.
I'm not doing it.
No way, Jose.
So we paid $300.
$300 for a regular stove
just
that
a regular
has the
stove.
backing that goes all the way to the floor. So we're going to have to do a little cut work. And when I say we, I mean Brett. So,
and the upgrades to the stove are really that it's a flat top, not a big deal, and it's 30 inches. Again, we got to customize for that. 5 burners with the warming plate, but it has storage underneath it because it'll go all the way to the floor.
And it has convection.
And convection. So
and
that's
storage is good in this little place too.
Yes.
But he also is going to have to shave off about 1.5 inches on each side to make the 30 inches.
Correct.
So this is going to be a project.
And I think a 30-inch stove is actually 29 and some fraction. So it may just be slightly less than 1.5 inches on each side. But
well,
yeah, you're right.
Regardless.
We got to trim it. And we're gonna lose this area here because the stove will go all the way against the wall, against the backsplash.
But
and the knobs are not in the front, which I was kind of looking for that, but I wasn't finding a deal.
It's hard to find.
So the knobs are going to be up and back there.
This one has convection too.
We're okay.
Right?
It does have convection. That? Yeah,
that'll be cool.
That's the biggest upgrade. It'll cook faster.
I know it's weird because in the other house we had a lot of these different things, and then since we've been here, we've gotten used to some outdated stuff like this refrigerator.
Hey, it still works.
Which it still works, so I'm not knocking this refrigerator, but it's starting to make noise, and everyone on the planet's surprised it's lasted as long as it has. So instead of waiting until it goes out and you're stuck at that moment getting something now,
and get something now, and you end up paying a whole bunch of money.
We decided to be proactive, and Brett found this great refrigerator over here for $350.
$350.
Which is good. It's clean. It's good for what we need. It's huge in comparison to what we have.
It is. It's wider, but wider we could do. We couldn't do deeper, and we couldn't do taller.
But now even the standard width on them is much wider than even that one.
Yeah.
And the heights, like, it's very hard to find anything these sizes. We really went going into Lowe's, found only 3 options that would fit in this space. So it was a hard find. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a few little things wrong with it.
Yeah, it's missing a bin, and this little plastic piece has a crack in it.
So
it's been taped, but we're going to repair that.
We'll be on the lookout for...
You can buy these little pieces, but they're $42 and $47, and I'm not doing that.
A little bit insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. So we'll do a fix on that. Now, it's just cosmetic. It still functions properly. And so
it'll be great having a bigger one. Plus, there's the ice and water in the door, which is a nice feature.
Yeah, because you don't have to open the door to grab the ice, and then your compressor comes on. So it costs more money to open the door and close the door, open the door, close the door. So this does have an ice maker, but you do have to reach in and grab the ice.
And it's a great ice maker, and this is going to end up going in the garage.
Yep, we'll hold on to it in case this one takes...
the garage fridge.
In case this one takes a crap.
Because in case I find a great sale on meat and I need to store a bunch of meat in here.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So I'll show you the width over here.
The dilemma?
Well, you can see where we have the extra space where it can be wider. See, it can be wider before it goes into the hallway. So there's an extra 6 inches here. But that fridge is also about 1 inch taller. So you see this line where I started to cut and I marked it with a marker. So this has to be trimmed down. I didn't have a tool. Well, I had a tool, but it wasn't sharp. It's damaged. Yeah, it was no good. So we had to get some new blades. So I'll continue this and get this trimmed down, and then we can switch the refrigerators out.
And then we'll have to sand it to smooth it out so it doesn't look like a choppy kindergartner mess.
Yeah, it looks like a mess right now.
A little bit.
We're going to clean that up.
But it's really hard to find anything to fit this space. And again, we don't want to cut out these cabinets because we have so little
storage
space in this little cabin anyway.
Right.
I mean, this back room over here is a hot mess, especially at the moment because it's like our catch-all. There's a couple cabinets back there to store extra kitchen stuff.
Right.
I have some of my eBay packing stuff. It's like an office. It's a whole bunch of mess all in one, and it's a small room, so that gets messy quick. So anyway, point being, storage is at a premium here.
Back to this pergola, because I want to give y'all the whole view. Okay, so it kind of looks like a tiki bar.
It's cute, but
yes,
it's crammed into this space. I wish that it was like, I don't even know where you would put it, because I don't know if you could even have it out on the back porch and make like a little bar out there. But it would take up a lot of space out there too.
Yeah, we need it to function. So before you get, I want to give you all the details on this so you can make a decision. This is your first look of it, but down here you have cedar shake shingles, and people can be like, oh, well, that's ugly, or they like it. Now,
can you even see it? It's so dark.
It's a little dark, yeah.
Let me turn on some lights, because that's another problem with the cabin is it's like a dungeon.
It sucks a lot of light.
And Brett's always shutting it all off, and I'm like, I can't see anything.
All right, so she's going to turn some light on so you can see the cedar shake that's on the side of this thing.
For those of you like me that want light and to see things, let's see what we can do. And that's another thing.
There we go.
Mind you, if you got rid of this pergola, you could put more lighting in over here.
Okay, so the cedar shake matches the staircase at the top. This is also cedar shake. So it's a nice match. It kind of pulls the kitchen into the living room, and it literally is in the living room. If you took this island and pergola out, you would have a very small amount of counter space, and it would be literally in the kitchen.
You keep the island.
I'm just saying if.
Listen, I think the best solution is that we get a shed and put it down on that level and make a she shed.
Oh, really?
And you could put this pergola inside the she shed and make a little tiki bar with a pool table and the dartboard.
I like that idea.
You know, that's where it belongs. You know I'm right. Drop it in the comments. I'm going to have lots of people agree with me on this.
They just agree with you because they like you better.
Not a man cave. She shed.
I'm okay with the she shed. But keep the pergola or pergola goes. All right, so that went pretty well actually when you have a blade that actually cuts the wood and not burn the wood, because that's what happened here. It started almost wanting to catch it on fire. It was smoking.
And remember, it also took a long time to get there where you just did it like butter.
Yeah, it pretty much went through a couple of hang-ups there, but it actually went pretty well. So, sanding. We didn't buy any sandpaper for this project, so we went through our paint tote, which we have one labeled painting supplies, and we found a couple of some sandpaper in there, some leftover sandpaper, and I found some 220 grit, which is pretty fine, which is what you want for this. But it's round and has these holes. Now, I'm not really sure what this is for. It's probably specific to a particular sander that I don't own. We had this brand new in the box, never been used palm sander, but this takes the triangular shaped ones, but I don't have any of those. But you know what we got lucky on? Is that this has the felt back to stick to the Velcro. So I can just take this, stick it on there, and it looks like it's going to work just fine. So sometimes you got to make do with what you got.
Booyah.
Booyah.
All right, clean up on aisle 5. So I got to talk about this. I want to know, is this a Guy thing or is this a Brett thing? So, and this is why I look for these little sponge deals at the estate sales, because he sanded everything and he wants to wipe off the edge of what he sanded, and he comes to the kitchen and takes my dish sponge and starts cleaning it. Meanwhile, I have at least 2 or 3 cleaning sponges underneath.
Oh no, it's a kitchen
sink.
project. It gets the kitchen sponge.
So he thinks that I'm gonna use this dish sponge to clean my dishes after he's wiped whatever he's wiped. He does this all the time. So I said, if you keep wanting to spend money on sponges, keep doing that. So hopefully I see every time he does that, and we're just gonna always have a very fresh sponge. So once again, is this a dude thing or is this a Brett thing? Please let me know.
That's her side of the story. That's not my side of the story.
What's your side of the story?
My side of the story
That
is
you're fine with it, you would keep using that sponge to wash your dishes.
it's a kitchen project. All sources of the kitchen can be used in this project.
Wow. This is what I'm dealing with.
Okay, this is the back of the old refrigerator. I wanted to talk about this real quick. I got a flashlight here so you can see a little better. Look how big this coil is. And it's open to the air. It's not tucked in underneath where, you know, the compressor down here gets things hot under here when it's running. And so the coils have to be cooled. So this is an air-cooled, basically, coil here. Now look how, that's pretty big for this size refrigerator. It's a small refrigerator. Now look at this new one I want to show you. This is what they've done to them now. See, there's no coil on the back of this refrigerator. So it allows you to put the refrigerator pretty much right up next to the wall where that one the other one sticks out a couple inches. But look where the coil is. It's down and tucked up underneath. And it's not nearly as big, but it's cooling a larger space. This refrigerator is bigger than the other one. And look where it is. What do you think is going to clog this up more than anything? And we had to clean it pretty good before we brought it in the house. It's going to get full of dog hair if you have pets, cats especially, dogs. And this thing was caked with fur and hair and dust that, you know, you're going to get because it's down here close to the floor. And there's your compressor. So that's going to generate heat that works against it. Now this has a cooling fan on it, So there's more power that this refrigerator has to use. It may be more efficient because it's newer and newer parts are more efficient. But this has a cooling fan on it that the other one didn't have. So there's an extra utility. So I need to make sure that that cooling fan blows. That, you know, because if that cooling fan was to stop blowing, you wouldn't know it because you're not going to be able to hear it. And then these coils are going to get hot and overheat, and then your refrigerator goes out. So there's more maintenance involved in these new refrigerators. Although they say they're maintenance free, you still need to keep these coils clean. That's the number one thing that kills these refrigerators is dirty coils. So it's very, very, very important to clean your coils. And we do that. We do that on the AC unit on the RV. We do it on the refrigerator on the RV. We do all that. So Teresa's cleaning up my dusty mess down there and a little bit of water that came out. Now look at this. Lady. Look at this old. Look at that water. It's not tied to the wall, so you got to be careful and fragile when you're screwing to that because you can move it and you could break that pipe.
Wouldn't, if you turn this, wouldn't that create a possible breakage? Because it has to come away from the wall to turn it?
I thought so, but there's a little bit of play in this and you're able to turn it. See, I'd rather go with the 3/4 inch shutoff valve instead of one you have to crank. But this is what it is. It's an old house. It's got old stuff.
I'm the cleaning lady.
And I wouldn't have ran the pipe through the wall like that. I would have mounted this thing to the wall, to a brace, to a stud, so that you could wrench on it. But, you know, hey.
Does anybody need me to come clean their house? I'm looking for a job.
I don't think that's true. So we noticed this gap here in the floor where they cut it a little short there. You can see we're going to go ahead and fill that with some caulk. We happen to have some because we bought some to do other areas of the cabin. And it's a brown. So it's perfect for this little slot here.
Yeah, I don't know why people don't take the time to do that extra little bit. It takes no time to run some caulking around it. And I've noticed a few spots. So while we're here and have it open, definitely want to get that done because it just collects a lot of
dirt.
Dust.
And it's unsightly. If you ever happen to be looking down next to the fridge, you're going to see it.
It just makes it easier to clean too, because when you run the vacuum back there, it'll just be easier. I know I love this little guy. I whip it out all the time.
You do.
So I don't have to bring the big vacuum anymore. It's great for cleaning up around the windows, around the baseboards. And it's so light. I really do love this. So I'm so thankful for it. It's my little toy.
And so I'm going to run my finger down here and get a good smooth bead. Might need some more.
Oh, that's a nice color. I wasn't sure how dark it was going to be, but because it looks pretty dark according to the tube, but it's a nice light tan, so that's going to be good.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm glad we ordered so many.
Well, yeah, I ordered it in bulk on Amazon because we had to do the logs, and we have so many logs in here to do.
Yeah, figure we'll start working on that too while we're indoors and it's hot.
I need a sponge.
Well, that's great because right now I have 3 of them under the sink. So let me grab that sponge. Grab that sponge.
There you go. That's good.
Here you go. A cleaning sponge.
All right.
Let's see what it's used for, Brett. Look at that. Apparently he's got some stock in the sponges that I did not know about. Look how nice that looks. It's just a simple thing. I even did in the bathroom all around the tub and everything. That hadn't been done, so I did that with a nice white, and it just makes a nice clean look. Takes no time and zero skill.
Yeah,
so look, I like that color.
I do too.
So it just makes it look a lot nicer.
Gives it a finished look.
All right.
There's actually a space in there. I think I'm going to go ahead and caulk up that little space because that might
Absolutely.
could be where bugs are coming in. Another
Yeah, you
spot.
can get bugs. You can get the cold or hot coming in. So it's good to fill up all those little gaps for those reasons. And again, it's one of the things you can do that takes no time. Don't you love doing these projects?
I don't mind them.
All of a sudden there's a whole bunch to clean and extra little things to do, but they're easy. And that's the beauty of having a small cabin.
And we
Small
knew when we bought
projects.
this house it was going to be projects. But
Yeah.
That's okay. You can't be afraid of projects.
There are always going to be projects in houses anyway, because even if you do caulk like around the windows, and you're going to have to keep doing that because the weather makes it shrink.
Yep.
So, I mean, these points probably not so much. There is some caulking that needs to be done around the base of the fireplace, but we got enough tubes, so
Oh yeah, we got like 10 or 12 of these tubes.
more fun, more fun.
Here we go.
All right.
We're ready to bring in the fridge.
All right. Let me strap that on my back. Okay,
All
so
right, here's the moment of truth because all we've taken is tape measurements. We never actually placed the fridge under the cabinet to see if it actually will fit. Now,
so you eyeballed it
I eyeballed it.
with that eye?
Yeah, it
Oh.
still works. In fact, this one works. This one doesn't. You
The
ready?
moment of truth.
3, 2, 1.
Drum roll, please.
Oh,
Oh,
look at that.
look at how tight that is.
It's like
Wow.
somebody measured it.
Wow. Sweet.
Ideally, you want about an inch or an inch and a half space on the cabinets. But
We don't have an
we
inch
don't
to
have
give.
An inch to give, so it is what it is.
You gotta make it good and tight. Good and tight.
So I'm going to hook up the water line before we get too carried away here.
Yeah. Over here celebrating your shaving job there.
Yeah, I didn't want to have to cut more, but I would if I had to.
All right, so he's gonna hook those up and we will see how good it looks once it's placed in that spot. All right, so everything is hooked up, looking good. And the most important thing, we got the power.
Power works.
Power. Is that the hour of power? Let's see. Are you gonna do some Vanna White hand motions? Ooh. All right, it's in.
Yeah, so the spacing. Remember how the other one had about 6 inches to come out to the outside wall? We come almost to the edge. You have about 1 inch right here. So you don't want to come out any further into the hallway space. Now,
For
as far
real.
as this way goes,
Look at that up there too.
yeah, that's really tight up there. And this was about the same as the other one. I'm going to measure it, but I think it was 33 inches from the wall to the outside edge of the handles. And we have, well, that's a little more. I'm getting 33 inches to the front of the door. So it's 36 inches. Kind of trying to eyeball that. Might be 35 inches to the outside. So we might have lost a couple of inches of hallway space.
Is there enough room to open the doors nicely?
Yeah.
That's what's important. Oh
In
yeah.
fact, they open better, I think, because the doors are shorter. That big door would hit the counter
True.
because it was one big door.
True that,
But
dog.
these doors are shorter because it's a side by side, so they swing open nicely. I think it's easier.
Look at
I
that.
think it's easier to get in this one.
Upgrading the cabin. And this is the, what do I call it? Log life. The cabin life. These are the things in older cabins that you have to deal with. But I'm going to come around this other side so we could get a better view. Everything's all over the place right now in this construction zone. So already looking at it from here, trying to get out. Can you move those things?
Yeah.
I got to get my full visual. That's good. Yeah, so we're getting there. So now you just see the stove looking at a place. So this is what it's looking like at the moment. I think it looks beautiful compared to the other one, right?
Yes, oh, absolutely. And there's like 6 or 7 more cubic feet. It's quite a bit bigger than the other one.
Wow. Yeah, we had a problem fitting stuff in the other fridge, and it's just the two of us. But you know, when you got those great sales, and nowadays you got to look out for those sales, you stock up on those things that you use most often. And it was a challenge a lot of times, especially in the freezer space. So this is good. Yeah. And I'm excited to see how it looks once we do the stove. But wow, I am loving this new improvement.
Yeah, it looks a little big for the space.
It does.
But we're going to do what we do in cabin life. We're going to make do.
That's right. You got to make it happen. So to me, it's just screaming all the more. Get rid of
and I won't be selling the old fridge. We're
pergola.
going to keep it.
Get rid of the pergola.
Keep the pergola. We call it a pergola, but we don't really know what else to call it.
Gone. Oh. All right. Well, I guess that's it for this one. And we will see what happens when we get into that stove.
Yeah, that stove is hardwired into the breaker. It doesn't have a plug.
So not sure if that's happening today.
We don't know yet.
We're kind of a little bit rusty from our big weekend of stump grinding, so we don't want to get into too much. Spread it out a little bit. So we'll check back and see how beautiful it is when it is done. And that's another DIY.
DIY.